What happened in this situation as the field came to the checkered flag? Watch the white 32 car. And again, Kyle Larson did climb from that machine. You heard from him a minute ago. And there you see the result of that crash. And we'll wait for word from, again, Speedway and NASCAR officials on the situation on the grandstand side of that fence, and keep our fingers crossed that everything's okay.
29 here of 94. Out in front, it's the 94, and hard into the wall goes John West Townley up the racetrack. Went Milka Duno. There was a car on the inside that shot up into the 15 and hard into the wall as John West Townley back into the inside wall now, and the caution is out again.
Yeah, we talked about those lap cars and how challenging that is. A great sign there.
The window down
coming down for John West Townley.
Take another look. Watch the 35 move up the racetrack right into that 15 and hard into the wall goes John West Townley.
The 15 actually was coming down just a little bit as well, and that's kind of the perfect storm. You get each other coming into the same lane, and interesting start approach there by the 02 of Williams. You know, he left the outside open, and it actually is going to hurt Tommy Prater more than anybody right there. We see Frank Kimmel get a run to the inside there and pull up to the back bumper of John.
Little contact there. Milka Duno gets into the 2, and around they go behind him. Grant Enfinger caught up in this. Also, Tommy Hesser in the 77 up into the wall. Caution comes out. More contact. Bolamassis also involved in this. The 19, Donnie Neuenberger.
The 3 of Jude Charlson. Look at all the damage. James Hilton, 78-year-old James Hilton with a lot of damage to the 48 car.
So maybe a blessing that they were a little behind on that restart.
Another view, you see Milka Duno. Now she's going to get out of the throttle right here. When she does, Grant has nowhere to go. He's being shoved by the 99 of Mason Mitchell.
Yeah, we saw the rear wheels of Grant Enfinger off the ground completely.
Brendan Newberry, that 92, does an awesome job getting by, as well as Mark Thompson. Not sure if Mark made it beyond that or not. I think he did. He's showing 7th right now in the running order. Not too much damage to the 90, I don't think, of Grant Enfinger's. A little bit of contact there with Buster Graham, and the 19 of Donnie Neuenberger comes in and makes significant contact with the 48 of James Hilton.
Right along with the 35. See what Milka Duno saw.
She was out of the throttle after she made contact initially with Thomas Prater, and that's when Grant was shoved into her by the 99 Mason Mitchell.
Tá bom, meu, foi mais um susto. Ai, que filho todo! É para estar mesmo? Tu vai, os caras se pagam lá. Sim, Jesus! Bandeira amarela, sinal de perigo! Aquilo é mais que olha, eles vão para agora, olha! Manda pra lá! Agora não sobra nada!
pomimo wielokrotnego rolowania.
Vulnerable spot to be in, but she's had good car control all day, but looked like got a little bit loose and up into the car, and then nowhere to go for Menard. Jeff Burton, see Martin Truex just trying to slide by. Might have had to go through some grass there, but looked like he did a good job of avoiding that.
Cars around and stacked up into the wall. Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Juan Pablo Montoya, and Matt Kenseth.
Or if Stenhouse comes down, yeah, racing.
Well, definitely fighting over real estate.
And to get up front once again.
Matt Crafton, Diamond.
Oh, and in the wall goes Ty Dillon. He hits Johnny Sauter.
Hold her straight.
Sauter also.
Volle Distanz war erreicht und die Siegerin hieß bereits gewisser mit einer gefahrenen Rennrunde im Renntempo. Kim Louis Schramm war übrigens tatsächlich derjenige, der da mit involviert war in diesem Unfall in der Wette.
Franetovic cortó y también, se llevó puesto los carteles, el Longhi y avanza y aprovecha Telo justamente para avanzar una posición.
El primer Honda Clio de la historia.
Claro. Ahí está, qué situación, qué situación insólita.
Y la temperatura sabe dónde va, ¿no?
No, así no puede seguir, Cuando viene Bocio tratando de avanzar también, ahí está, con este inconveniente, el casco Longhi gana Machuca, uy, claro. Viene complicado en cuanto a la visibilidad también. Inconvenientes para Hanna, Enrique Abdala. Y sigue, ahora sí, Bocio pudo dar cuenta de Carlos Longhi. Longhi que viene realmente como bailando. Mucho el de Casilda para ser el sexto. Ya habrá revancha, Joaquín. Mirá cómo llegan acá, lo atendieron a Silvente.
¿Cómo no llegan?
Lo atendieron.
Trying to come back through. Ronnie Klaas tangles with Mitzi and Bastis, and oh dear, that all kicks off there now. Kruger gets a good run down the inside, can't stop the car, spins over the curb, boom. Yeah, I mean, again, a bit like what we saw in Nico Maranzano, badly timed and ill-executed as opposed to malicious. I think it's probably the best way of describing it.
Clipped the curb on the first bit as well. Got going again though, Kruger, to be fair to him. And
you might remember last year as well. And he's done it again. Masso though, trying to get to the inside, and a good Jones and contact. And that was really.
Oh, no.
And that's now Joe
He's
Lawton.
a massive slide. He's all over the grass. He's back onto the circuit. Jeff Smith will go past him, and Adam Morgan. Oops, more contact. Austin gets tagged by Smith, who gets tagged by Morgan, who gets tagged by Newsham. Oh dear, it's all gone horribly wrong for a few in the book. Lauren Aaron Smith girlfriend off. It was 18th, and there's more drama. There's an MG off. Big accident. Over goes the MG in the background. Look, McNeil was off. And that MG is Jason Welch getting attacked, going down towards the first corner. Will Bratt was the aggressor. Ollie Jackson has now spun the other Speedworks Toyota. Are they all going to miss him? Yes, they are. In the wall is Will Bratt. All over the grass is Dan Welch.
And Muller again slipstreaming Montero down the straight and looking inside. Oh dear! Drive-through penalty has got to be has got to be.
Yeah, that's not ideal. I don't think Montero will be overly happy about that.
No. And Montero a long way off.
Yeah, definitely.
And,
I mean, and again.
And that's Mark Basseng. Off the brakes, off the brakes, off the brakes. Good boy. I mean,
I can feel it.
Tom preaches patience, and there were the tears. And that was the wrong and that went through the gate, and Thompson gets clattered into from behind by Dan.
¡Ay, madre mía! Vaya caída la de Leon Haslam por arriba, por orejas, ¿eh?
En la misma curva. Es que aquí...
Красавчик!
Of the second lap, a lockup or some kind of brake problem, sending the Cesar Campanella.
Biggest question now is how many donuts has he got? Oh, he got the fence.
You can suss out what happened with this one. Traffic. Oh, he just made the mistake early, dropped the rights, got in the grass, no way to stop. So, and just collected.
Shepard watches, yeah, and he just missed his braking point completely there. Had to jink to the right, then he's on the grass, then there's no braking retardation.
Smoke means big crash. Well, fourth caution of the night, Eric Almirola with damage. That's David Strimmy going down low through the grass.
Oh, trouble! All the way into the grass is Vickers.
What you got going on?
These cars, just how quickly, just any move right there. Paul Edwards alluded to it too whenever he was up here, that you really have to be careful in that situation.
Carrying in the grill, but boy, to a driver, and he get his foot caught underneath that split.
Now watch on the right-hand side of your screen. There's Quaif Hobbs. So he's stalled. Now look at the back. So Chacon, oh my goodness, touches apps and rolls around and upside down, and then rear ends against rear ends. Wow. So that was a big one. Now look at the back. Apt comes through. Here comes Chacon. Is squeezed with Berton over the top. Lucky Kevin Chacon.
He tries to go in a hole there that doesn't really exist, it seems like.
Oh, it's an ever-decreasing gap, isn't it? Let's look. On the left-hand side, he comes in, he's made a great start, very little wheel spin, goes to the right of his teammates.
Well, no, actually, it's not. It's Daniel Abt. It's Daniel Abt to change his line and...
That outside lane with help from David Gilmore.
Oh, here we
got trouble.
There we go, that's it.
Like I said, you lead at the white.
That's it.
You're good to go. But they may race to the finish. They're going to let him race back here. That happened over in turn 2, so they got plenty of room.
Wow.
Pushing the outside lane, not making a move.
Oh.
Trouble behind her. Danica and others. Jimmy Johnson gets the win at Daytona.
Yeah, she got turned right there.
Oh, trouble. Trouble, turn 4. Hard crash. Jeffrey Earnhardt, 77.
Everybody behind you crashed.
24, Jason White. Travis Pastrana in the 60. And Robert Richardson in the 23.
You see, he's trying to follow his teammate Trevor Bain to the inside there, who had made a move to the inside. He was trying to get there and just wasn't quite clear of Cole Witt in the 44.
Pretty hard lick for both Jason White and Travis Pastrana.
Yeah, and for Jason White, what you get is you're getting hit plus slammed into the wall and not expecting any of it right at that time. See, right here, Trevor Bain in this 6 will go down to the bottom as he's trying to get away from Brian Vickers. Pastrana thinks that he's got enough to clear there, but he just wasn't clear of the 44.
Brian Scott did a good job right there to not get involved. Cosmo. He doesn't want to be held up, and here is...
Whoa! Contact! Briscoe and Cosmo is up, and he gets into the wall.
Cleanly for the win, but great job by everyone at level 5 today. They deserve it. You know, we've worked hard all weekend, and yeah, again, sorry to Guy. I mean, I hate to do that, but,
entonces de Agustín Herrera, que ingresa a la recta principal.
Hay un golpe desde atrás a Florencia Boxes. Esto era lo que pasaba con Fantoni, Verdeguer. Bueno, varios autos que se iban afuera, algunos que podían esquivar, y Fantoni que quedaba en contramano, y luego iba a ir otra vez el trompo en la última curva del circuito. Los dos cruzados, Los dos, muy Machuca y Morini los 10 primeros. ¡Uy! ¿A dónde vas? ¿A dónde vas? Vas y el Puntano, a ver cómo vuelve la pista. ¡Ay! Cómo volvió y se lo llevó puesto a Penesone. Quedó cruzado. Afloje, muchachos. A levantar. ¡Ay, ay, ay! Ahí quedó el auto muy herido, el de Bassi. Se lo llevó puesto a Penesone. Bueno, aquí quedó Tero también. No lo pudo esquivar Baraciani con problemas. Atención. Pérez también a un Luciano Bossi, se juntaron todos, pueden ir al roce, se van a tocar y se tocaron. Bossi y Jacoponi se tocaron hoy. Fue a parar a cualquier lado Bossio. No quiso aflojar ninguno de los dos, No quiso aflojar ninguno de los dos y perdieron ambos. Perdieron ambos. Se equivocaron los dos, a mi entender, Sergio. Y va doblando hacia la derecha, le va pegando el piano Ignacio Chari y Merallo no va más, explotó el impulsor. Ahí está entonces hoy lo atendieron hacia Lombardo.
Ahí se juntaron.
El patito a la rana.
Claro, y esta es la lucha por el puesto.
¿No? Pero da gusto ver un piloto así que se emocione.
Audi, Enzo Ede at the wheel. Now look here, the Audi tries to move back, having lapped the Ferrari and take the line for the corner, and he completely misjudges it, charges the Ferrari off into the barrier, and that, sad to say, is the end of the Ferrari. Ian Dockrell was the man behind the wheel. Now as he goes down out of the pit path, have a look, the Audi is on the right-hand side, and Enzo Ede goes ahead, but he just seems to misjudge where the Ferrari was.
Subito, sinistra 2, sinistra 4 lunga. Stai tranquillo. Allora.
È andata. Vai su, vai su. Vai su.
Vado, stai calmo.
Right here is where all you see is grass and dirt that's flying up. That may end up being an issue for some people like Elliott Sadler and some of the cars behind. I saw that basically knocked Sam Hornish out of the race.
And then if Baines squeeze there with Kligerman wasn't enough, when Kane started wobbling up the racetrack with the left front of his car all torn up. No place for Trevor to...
drivers that's locked in. He'll have to go to a backup, it looks like, as much damage as he did to the 99. But not able to hang on as he was coming out of turn number 4.
I mean, it was getting faster and faster, and he was right on that edge, and he just stepped over, Phil.
Yeah, he was running at track record pace there. You see it already pushing a little water out. They were obviously only going to run one lap here.
I mean, late part of that exit just could not keep the car down in the groove and got up in that gray area, and this car wouldn't stick.
Just not that much grip up there out of the black, out of the darker spot of the racetrack. You see him right here. He got a little bit, he had to wobble a little bit and had to chase it up the hill, and when he did, then he gets right sides up in that gray area. Tough break for RAB Racing and Alex Bowman.
Врезался в Дельмана и очень жестко его критиковал. Это вот здесь Де Йонг. Де Йонга самого занесло. Это конец, кто-то в меня врезался. А, кстати, мы видели, что едва и Ланкастер тоже не врезался в собственного партнера по команде. Вот, смотрите. Как раз наконец-то камера у Розенцвейга, который был позади всех.
Brian Vickers up out of the groove. Grass blowing around. Casey Kane with damage.
And more contact with Trevor Bayne.
That's not good. Jeremy Clements turned around. This pit road at Indianapolis is a lot tighter than you might think.
That's a very creative entry into your pit box there.
Yeah. I bet he had some help.
And hopefully no one was injured.
No,
or not.
By himself.
That looked like an e-brake maneuver to get into your parking spot there.
Again, he comes into the corner, he's sideways coming into it.
Something happens coming down the right rear. Something went wrong, and that's where the car got out of control. And it's the nose that goes in heavily initially. So that's going to be a big impact indeed for the driver.
We're going to find out here in a second. But I was getting nervous about whether or not everybody was going to believe what you and I were saying about being one lap and done. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Keep it out of the wall, keep it out of the wall, keep it out of the wall.
The inside wall. And he's going to get the outside wall as well.
That's what we were talking about. You know, that we saw that wiggle down there coming to the green, and normally Jeff.
Piano, piano. Troia, puttana troia, bastarda ladra, prove a fine di merda e avevo la gomma bucata. Fanculo, picchiato di secco.
Another accident after the checkered flag. Here it is, look. Giovinazzi's busy celebrating. Mardenborough's still on the power. He just doesn't see him in time. Swerves out. Bang. Well, Giovinazzi, I wouldn't say deviated from his line too much there. Jan Mardenborough, maybe he didn't see the flag and was still fully committed to give him the benefit of the doubt. But anyway, you can see the outcome. The damage is there. He's finished in second place, but I suspect he'll be up before the clerk of the court.
alteração ao circuito da vista para o raio da área e outra vira. Esta aquelas duas curvas são lindíssimas e a adaptação nova saída nesta posição. Mário Figueiredo, Mário Figueiredo, esta curva estava, ele dá pontos à lâmina, mas ali muito cedo, ele bloqueia a travagem. Não, a zona do vento é mais abaixo daquela zona, não é ali, não é na zona da travagem, mas é na zona da instituição em curva. Maravilha, para quem não sabe, é o presidente da Liga
laten doen. Aan de binnenkant, in de Fiesta, tussen Verdeen en 53-7-8-8. Dat zijn de eerste laptijden. Haas en Nick Snoeis op de vierde positie. Daar even contact tussen Nick Snoeis en die maakt daar een frontale klapper in de banden. Van deze tweede groep. Met Mendy Kassen richting de Per Ekkelbot. Dan gaat aan de leiding en daar gaat de gele blok uit. Daar gaat de gele blok. Dielen met de blauwe bij heeft de vijfde positie. En is het Steven Maris die aan de leiding. En dan gaat het nog meteen mis. In de mooie start op van Davy Leijzen. En Steven Maris contact in de kop voor Philippe van der Heijden in de Welkeen daar rondtoot en er was wat beroering in de start. Er was wat beroering in... Gestapt en gele vlag worden gezwaaid in de Per Ekkelbocht. Bij de brug, bij de Jacques. Gaan we dan een volgende internationale kracht aan door Frans de Wit die aan de leiding gaat in de chicane met Christel Bex die links-rechts zit, die spiegels duikt bij. Dat wordt afgestraft, dames en heren, door Christel Bex. Fout van Steven Maris die aan de leiding. De eerste bocht, de Per Ekkelbocht, waarin dat ze Pedro Coquelade aan de leiding hebben. Die sprinten nog voorbij de BMW.
39 pontos na liderança e saiu 25 pontos atrás do novo líder Scott Dixon. E essa horrível imagem do acidente entre Takuma Sato e Dario Franchitti. Ainda bem que a gente ouviu do próprio Jeep Ganassi que o piloto dele está bem. Play do que aconteceu, olha só o que peças de carro e o alambrado
voando lá,
pedaço do alambrado vai para cima ali do público, ó.
Caiu como uma tarrafa de pescaria.
É, mas não acertou não, ele bateu antes, ele ficou antes. E aí você vê depois o carro do Viso vindo
a Deus, né,
e estampando o carro do Takuma Sato. Aí você viu o Graham Rahal passando em cima dos pedaços do carro do Viso, Saavedra também.
Anelli passiert sind. Schauen Sie hin, Niederhauser kommt nicht weg, wartet, wartet und wartet und dann wird er doch noch getroffen. Das sieht doch fast so aus, als ob da ein zweites Jenzer Auto den anderen getroffen hätte. War das Samin Gomez oder Fontana, einer von den beiden? Und hier rauscht Ryan Cullen gleich einmal in 2 hinein. Ryan Cullen verpasst seinen Bremspunkt um ein Hauseck. Da kommt er angeschossen. Bam. Immerhin nicht auf dem Grünstreifen, so wie sein Teamkollege gestern. Aber auch das hier völlig vermeidbar. Jetzt hier Niederhauser. Fontana. Fontana ist es, der ihn erwischt. Alex Fontana, sein eigener Teamkollege, nimmt Patrick Niederhauser aufs Korn. Und dort kommt jetzt Ryan Cullen angeschossen. Das Rad. Schauen Sie, wo das Rad hinfliegt. Gut, dass da der Fangzaun war. Eigentlich sollten diese Räder so weit nicht fliegen dürfen. Abgerissen vom Auto eines der beiden Jenzer-Wagen. Und hier kommt Ryan Cullen, macht Männchen und erklimmt rittlings den Mann, den er als Bremsfallschirm benutzen muss. Die Perspektive von Alexander Sims. Er kriegt von
shot there, you can see he just missed his braking point, didn't fight the car, lets it go up that softer escape road through the chicane, back onto the circuit, and now has to try and do that all over again. Somebody in a big drama at the chicane. That is Mans Grenhagen, who has rolled, he's ripped corners off the car, and Mans Grenhagen is out of the race, and that was because he has just launched himself over the back of Jordan Kinga. That is a monster of an accident. Over and over and over goes Mans Grenhagen. Here's another angle. Absolutely flies as he launched himself over the back of Jordan King. And in the spray, I'm afraid things like that are inevitable in open wheel single racing. Here's another look. Terrifying as the car is airborne on arrival. Mans Grenhagen is okay.
To get to the end of the race. So if the number 6 car can work its way through the traffic, as it's already doing, it's not going to lose much ground here. And I think the number 6 car is going to be in the catbird seat.
Oh, we've got contact there. That was between two of the Porsches. It looks like that's the number 48 Porsche. Wow. That's a GT car together with the car. Oh, the huge crash with Enrique Cisneros and Eduardo Cisneros in the number 31 car. Number 31 car, Cisneros, and you see the damage to that number 48 car. The right rear tire hanging off to the side, and now we're going to see where it's actually gone up over the barrier and landed on the tires. And I see the door open. We see in the pits the concern of the family members that are along pit lane.
That was a very frightening accident. You could see the marshal's point there.
And there we see the driver, Enrique Cisneros, or Eduardo Cisneros, getting out of the car. That is a great sight to see. What an incredible shunt as the two came together. He hit the wall, flipped up over, and actually did a complete flip. And now you can see him pointing over to the other Porsche, the one being driven by Marco Holz. Happened.
You see
it's going to be on the right side of the screen. They
and
come together, and they have so much momentum, they literally just go straight off. And there you see him kind of hit that little section. He gets a dip, and he's bouncing along the wall. He doesn't just hit the wall and flip onto it. He is bouncing along that tire barrier.
Wow, and that's right over the top of the marshal's post as well. That was absolutely terrifying.
And that's one of our camera guys. Rich White, you see him at the camera where it says TV crew. We understand he's okay. That's a great sign. See him standing with his camera, never flinching. Rich White does an incredible job of following that. But in the meantime there, you see him moving off to the side. Everybody concerned. The tire marshal's there as well. This was the angle from Rich's camera as he sees the car literally coming at him and colliding with the tires directly in front of him. Meanwhile, you had that course marshal, that little area right there, and they were getting out of the way. And it's important to point out, this car does land straight up. And this is the onboard of Cisneros' car, and obviously
A quarta aqui vai dizer assim. Como solto. Solto. Tô solto. Já está. Tô solto. Já está. Sou só no maré. Já está. Tô no ralé. Tô no ralé, solto.
Tirou a tinta. Tirou a tinta.
Estava ainda a ficar em primeiro lugar, vieram atrás de casa.
Eu disse que ele andou mais rápido.
Quando ele começa a virar, se ele continua a fazer pior, mas ele endireitou mal.
Não. Eu não sei nem isso.
Olha o outro.
Olha o outro.
Agora do caraças ali.
Vamos,
Concluiu.